Thank you, Senator Murphy. I'm State Senator Melissa López Franzen. I'm a minority leader for the Senate Democrats, and I stand here in complete solidarity with workers, all of them. And what Senator Murphy mentioned is the pattern and practice that I've seen in the Minnesota Senate. And as you see, we have House representation and Senate representation that are in lockstep in solidarity with workers. No question. What we've seen in the last 13 meetings have been words and empty promises, and it's not new. It's been happening for years. And in this case, when I say promises, words and empty promises, we bargained for this frontline worker group to take place. And the other side pushed for something else. So when people say that we don't have enough money, when legislators say there's not enough money in the pot to cover everybody, that is a false choice. We spent lots of money for reinsurance that was traded for worker pay in this instance. And maybe I'm getting in the weeds of negotiations, but that is how this legislature in the Minnesota Senate has operated. Trading what we should do right for workers, instead of protecting them, we might protect more the employers and the profits of the employers. And I'm not surprised by this outcome. Yes, I join the disappointment, but I'm not surprised. And this is setting a really bad tone, not just for the Senate, but for our legislature and for our democracy. And it's not just obstruction, it's division. It's division by pitting us against each other, Dwight versus Kissy. And that is not something that I nor my caucus is willing to accept. So we're not going to continue to hold issues or commissioners hostage. We're going to protect them. We're going to stand by them. And that is not negotiable. I would want to just conclude with a short story about a frontline worker in my district that I recently had ability to meet. And this person, her name is Amal. She's in her 50s. She's worked in the same senior home care for over 20 years. She commutes every day from Lakeville to Edina, wakes up at 4:30 in the morning for a shift of 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. When COVID hit, her shift changed from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and nights and weekends. She suffers from carpal tunnel and arthritis, has surgery on one knee from a torn meniscus. Her pain is overwhelming when she's on her feet for long periods of time. If she worked in the hospital setting, that same person, Amal, would not be covered under this Republican proposal. Is that fair? I'll let you decide. The Democrats don't believe that's fair. Just today, we heard a report from the U.S. House saying that at least 59,000 meat packer workers became ill with COVID. 269 of them died. Just an infection rate of one facility was as high as 54%. These are people. They have names, they have families, they have pre-existing conditions, and they need our support. So again, members of the Republican Party and my colleagues, money is not the issue. It's the will to get something done, to stop dividing us as a state, as parties, and come together for workers who showed up to work regardless of their party affiliation, regardless of their religion, regardless of any other dividing factor. They did that for all of us. And the least we can do is come together after 13 meetings and do our work. Thank you.